Hello everyone and welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful spring break with your families. Today's topic is sharks, so I thought that we could maybe come on here and make a shark hat that we can wear when we're listening to Miss Beamer's story and of course dancing to Baby Shark. So let's go over the materials that we'll need to make our hat, and then we're going to need Mom and Dad's help again for a piece of it, alright? So first we're going to need blue and gray construction paper. If you don't have blue and gray, you can just use white, and then you can color in the gray a little bit and color in the blue, or you can decorate it when we get to the end. That's fine as well. We're also going to need scissors, a glue stick, and a pen or pencil to trace our outline. Alright, let's head over and make our shark hat. Again, we're going to need gray and blue paper, scissors, a glue stick, and a pen or pencil. First, we are going to begin by tracing our large shark fin. So I like to start on the right hand side of the paper, about an inch up from the bottom. And we are going to trace in the shape of a fin all the way up toward the opposite left hand corner. Swoop down, bring that fin in, and then back to the left side of the paper. On the second gray piece, we're going to make our tail. So I'm going to start in the middle of the page, a couple inches up, maybe 3 or 4, and I'm going to just start by making a V. Then I'm going to come back to the bottom, and even with those points of the V, I'm going to just come straight up toward the top of the paper, then come out to the side like a fin, and come back into that V. Then I'll do the same thing on the opposite side, so straight up by the outside of that V, come all the way out to make a point for the fin, and then come back into that V. It's okay if they're not exactly even. Okay, next we're going to come to our blue paper, and I started by folding this one in half, just to make halves like this. Then after I did the halves, I opened it back up, and then I folded each half in half to make quarters, just so that I had some nice straight lines. Once we have our fin, the tail, and the strips ready to go, you can begin cutting them out. Okay, I'm going to start with my large shark fin. And again, we're just cutting along the lines, and we should have about an inch of flat space along the bottom of this fin. We're going to need that when we're securing the fin to our hat. Then I'm going to do my tail. And then lastly, my strips. So I'm just going to cut straight up the folded lines that I made on here. When we're done cutting, we should have 4 blue strips, the tail, and the fin. If you want to give the kids some time to decorate the fins, they can use glitter, pom-poms, just markers, anything you'd like for them to have some time to color these in and decorate them before we put them on the hat. Okay, to get ready to secure this onto our hat, we're going to take the large fin that we have, and we need to make 4 cuts along the bottom to help separate the edges for when we're gluing it down. So I'm just going to go and separate them about 2 inches or so apart, and then I'm cutting high enough so that it is even with the bottom of the fin. So that was 1, and then we'll go 2, 3, and 4. It's okay if they're not perfectly even. Again, we're just going to be folding them to help us glue this down onto our hat. For the little fin, you can cut if you want, but I'm just going to fold. So I'm just going to take about 1/2 inch or so from the bottom here and fold it over. And then that is the piece that we're going to use to secure onto our hat. Okay, so next with the strips, we're going to work on making our hat. I'm going to start by putting some glue on the edge of one of the blue strips, just kind of close to the end, and then overlapping it with the next blue strip just a little bit. Again, maybe 1/2 inch, and sealing that down really tight. Once that's on there, we're going to use this to measure around our head. So I'm going to need both strips, but the kids may need 1.5 strips, 1 3/4. So you can either just tuck it in and glue, or you can cut it and adjust it so that you're only gluing the same amount on the opposite side. So I'm going to go ahead and glue mine next. So I'm going to come back to this edge. Some glue there. Bring the opposite side around and place it just a little bit over that glue. Then once that dries and we've had a chance to let it set, it should fit just on top of your head. After we have both the outsides done, we're going to take one center and we are going to glue it inside the hat over top like this. So it's touching from side to side. I'll go ahead and do that for you. Again, I'm just going to do as wide as my glue stick is along the bottom of the strip. Maybe a little bit taller just for extra support here. And then I'm going to tuck that about halfway down my hat. So I didn't go all the way to the bottom, just halfway, and give it a good press. And then we're going to glue this side here as wide or just a little bit wider than your glue stick. And then pressing this down halfway inside of our hat. Perfect. Okay, next is going to come a little bit of the hard part. So on our fin that we made, we need to fold our edges going in the opposite directions. So one's going to go back, then the next one is going to go forward, and the next one goes back, and the next one comes forward, and then the next one will come back. We are going to use these to secure our fin onto the top portion of our hat. It'll help us bend with it now that we have the top pieces or bottom pieces bent. Okay, I'm going to glue that on and we'll catch back up. Okay, once you have your top fin glued on, it should look like this. So our hat is nice and round at the bottom. We've created a little bit of a flatter arch at the top, and then we glued our fin on. So again, I have some folds on this side, keeping it pressed down, and then some folds on this side as well. And if the glue isn't sticking for you, you can certainly use a stapler or any other type of way to secure it that you would like. All right, after our top fin is on, we are going to add our tail. So with that folded piece, we are just going to come up along the back side and secure that on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll pop back on for you. Okay, once we've glued on our top fin and our back tail, our hat is ready to go. I'm going to wear mine while I listen to Miss Beamer read Baby Shark to us today, and then of course dance to Baby Shark. I hope you enjoyed making our shark hat today, and I'll be back in a couple days for our next craft. Bye!